Good evening and welcome to Northern Gaming Network. I'm Alex.
I'm Kevin.
And here we are again watching some Netrunner at Gamezilla, a little tournament down in St. John.
We got a Near Earth Hub versus Kate. That's the second matchup of this one in this tournament.
And all the deck lists for these are going to be down below in the description, so you can peer those while we watch.
So we see a pretty standard Near Earth Hub opening here and a remote and 2 ice.
And this is right where Matt starts to troll Kevin.
See. Important to say, I'm playing the runner here, and I just intimidated Matt to the point where he had to take a puff.
No, that's not good.
Alright, so we set up our click counters. On turn 2.
Kevin's splashing his click counters all over the place. That's why he feels about his clicks.
I'll draw. Click 1, prepaid. I guess this is a prepaid voice pad deck.
There, you'd like to see that in your first hand?
I'd like to see 3 of them in my first hand, but...
Such is not always the luck.
Another draw.
It's an AstroScript.
Matt's trolling continues. Telling Kevin to run on that server. It's a Junebug.
Looks like I have an SMC in my hand there. There it is right there. It's a great play for your second install because it doesn't waste Kate's ability.
Got to use that up, and but yeah, you don't want to try to install too much, not getting to use those Kate credits later.
Alright, Matt reses his Jackson, draws 2. Installs a new server. You're going to see a lot of this from Near Earth Hub.
Yeah, I know, eh? All the cards.
Probably expect that new server to be some sort of drip economy marked or pad campaign.
Pretty standard for NEH.
Especially Matt's NEH. I think he runs 6 drips.
Yeah, generally pretty poor otherwise though. There's no, I don't think he has any transaction cards.
He may have a sweet speak. He's installing ice. No, he's taking it back.
Gentlemanly enough that we...
I'm letting him do it.
Yeah, I was going to say. Letting it rewind.
Look at that, right there. Marked accounts.
Forgot to take his money back after paying for that over-the-top ice, though.
Unlike Matt, I imagine will remember pretty soon. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, he does.
I wasn't going to tell you that. Give me a credit for free, yeah. Good call. Click 1 and oh, okay.
Pop-up over R&D. Matt likes pop-up window to generate his economy, and it works well for a minute and annoys the crap out of everyone else. So.
Yes, it does. Just like pop-up windows in real life.
Looks like breaking news.
Wow, that is a good score right off the bat.
Up 1-0.
Would have preferred an AstroScript, though.
Yeah. Take what I can get.
It's nice to see that R&D is porous here, especially where you're running Shaper.
Okay, so I click 3 and 4 on a lucky find.
If you're able to see the agendas before he draws them, that's going to be really handy.
Yeah, I'm surprised I drew there and not ran R&D again with plenty of money. Seems like a bit of a mistake.
We all make them.
Matt taking his drip economy.
Oh, yeah. Hashtag Fredericton? Yeah. I will first click install.
Another new remote.
Draw out of that.
Draw a card from that.
And free open to R&D. Free access to R&D. I imagine he'll ice up. Yep. Another ice.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Possibly. I imagine that might be a mark. Maybe he'll res it. Ice over HQ.
And that's where he wants to keep you out of. With NEH, you're going to be holding on to agendas in your hands, so...
Another prepaid, so this puts Prepaid Kate in really good shape.
Then draw before you do something.
Alright, I'm going to check what's on R&D.
Matt, loving the troll,
around.
telling you you should draw before you did anything else, but you ran instead.
Wrap around, great piece of ice here. It's gonna force me to get my corroder out.
That is a strength 6 plus 10, is that right?
It's a strength 0, strength 7 if there's
7.
no corroder, if there's no fractor. Alright, so I parasite it, which doesn't seem to make sense. Unless I plan on dropping a corroder immediately.
Did you not play the prepaid voice pad this turn? You did. Yeah. So that was click 3, this is click 4? Click 4, my phone. Okay.
I'm running R&D on click 4, I pop the SMC.
And then empty. Oh, 2 more for...
And I'm bringing out a corroder. Yeah, this will destroy the wraparound instantly.
Well, it trashes it once it's played.
Oh. Matt not trashing it until I actually lay down the corroder.
No, you don't. Oh.
Yep, trying to make sure things are done in order here. You guys are getting carried away.
And I'll gain a credit. Woo! And then you get out an access.
Alright, I'm not sure what I saw there, but I did not steal.
Access goes back on top. Looked like a piece of ice.
Res my pad campaign and just...
Alright, so he has a pad campaign now. That's a 2-piece drip economy. This makes Matt's deck, especially with the shipment from Samson's he plays, very deadly. I've got to get rid of those drip economies.
Oh, great. I'll draw 2 from Jackson.
Jackson draw after our new remote. He's drawing 4 to 5 cards a turn here. Possibly looking for agendas, possibly looking for shipment from Samson's or biotic labor.
I don't like that you have very cheap access to R&D now.
Yeah, you definitely want to, as an EH, get those shipments and biotics. That's all you need. You get those, you can score anything in that deck. All 3 advanced agendas, unless it's an NAPD, in which you're not going to want to score.
And then I will click...
Okay, so he reses marked accounts and clicks it again. He's dripping 3 here per turn. This has to end soon if I'm going to stay afloat. Draw on the first click.
Glad you didn't forget. I would have reminded you, but...
Yeah, I would definitely get rid of that pad campaign to start with, because it's a little bit cheaper to trash some marked accounts. And if you could do both, then that'd be excellent. But you're only at 3 credits here.
Oh, good.
Alright, so I'm running, using my prepaid to Maker's Eye, R&D. I saw an NAPD, a wraparound, and it looks like another piece of ice.
Okay.
Yeah, so marked accounts 5 to trash, pad campaign 4 to trash. This makes it very difficult. I need cash in order to continue here.
Yeah, sitting at 2, you definitely like to see either some form of just an event cash, easy mark, or sure gamble would be nice if you clicked up for credits, but
alright, last click draw.
yeah.
My rule is to never last click draw, but I break my rules a lot in this game.
Netrunner is one of those games where you don't want to have hard rules all the time. It's so situational.
Oh, look what I drew.
And you did draw the card you needed. I see you peeking at a lovely run event, some dirty laundry in your hand. So now you've got some possible money.
Prepaid and dirty laundry is a great combination.
Yeah, you're gonna free to play it, and you're gonna get 5 back. So.
Matt running his 5th remote server here.
Alright. Click 1, I'm gonna draw.
Okay, I draw on click 1. I'm not sure what I got there. I'm taking cash up to 4 on clicks 2 and 3, and then I'm dirty laundering. I suspect I'll dirty laundry the pad campaign. Yeah. This gives me enough to trash it, and then I get 5 back after the run is successful. I call that a pretty successful turn.
I would say the only thing could have changed, I would have seen the clicks in the first 2, and then you have 2 runs. You could trash both the pad and the marked accounts in the same turn.
Mandatory draw.
That being said, I like to trash those marked accounts right after they click them for some credits, so that way you get a little more bang for your buck.
Yeah, I don't mind leaving marked accounts out a little bit longer because they do have to click it. It does waste a bit of their turn, where pad campaign is just perpetual free money.
Exactly. I think the Jackson's got to go as well. Jackson needs to be run, or our cars need to be run, because NEH, he's got to be throwing stuff in there some agendas in there that he can't score right at that moment.
Well, I agree with you.
Discarded more. We see there's about 7 or 8 discarded cards there that you don't see.
And yet I'm not running archives to get rid of the jacks, and I'm not sure why I'm not doing that. I think that is the right play to make.
And he reses a quandary, is that what that is?
That's a guard.
That's a guard, yes, you're right.
I drew on click 2. I'm at down to 3 credits here, so I draw, I run through. I see an Eli.
Oh.
So that's a good piece of ice for Matt right there. It's going to cost me 4 to get through with Corroder or 2 clicks. Eli, just a great piece of ice. That was my 3rd click. On my 4th click, I run the second last remote, the one I suspect to be an NAPD. It is, and I steal it.
That's good. Keep the pressure on there for him.
Well, I'm breaking another one of my rules. I typically don't steal NAPDs because I don't expect them to ever score it.
It does help definitely to keep the pressure on where he has no credits right now. He needs to click for credit, or you know, he's not going to have the opportunity to score probably this turn. But you keep that pressure on because he's going to have to click both those marked accounts.
Yeah, he has 2 blank marks. Those are no good to him empty, so I would expect to see him click at least one. He clicks both.
Yep, look at that. Clicks on both. So now's a good time to trash, but you at 1 credit, you're going to need some money.
Alright, so I draw. I'll take a credit on 2, I'll take a credit on 3.
And looks like a sure gamble probably.
Yeah, with prepaid, sure gamble.
There you go.
Gets me 9.
You did overpay for that.
That doesn't look like I did.
Because you 5 should have only cost you 3, and I think you... Okay, no, you clicked twice for credits, not 3.
Yes.
Okay, there you go. So, perfect. Now you've got some money.
Matt resing another pad campaign, which will be the bane of my game here. The fact that I have to keep running and trashing those. Back to 5 remotes.
Now, as Matt, I would definitely probably expect a legwork or some real pressure on your hand right now that you have the credits to go through that Eli and the time. He does have enough to res another piece of ice, and so that could be an installed agenda on the end there. That's probably what I do, but that's Jinteki Mind Games coming out.
He may also have installed his Sansan out there, his Sansan City Grid. I know he has 1, maybe 2 in this deck.
He doesn't have enough to res it, so probably not the best choice for him. So he only got 5 credits on the board, maybe? He's 6? If he has 6 there, it's hard to tell. Hard to tell with those little dice. Looks like 4 or 5.
That is a Lotus Field, so that's 4. So he had 4 credits, he's now broke. I bounced in the Lotus Field with no Code Gate breaker out. I need to find a breaker of some sort pretty soon.
Okay.
It is his Sansan. I run it, and I do trash it.
Okay.
I'm not sure that was the right play for me either.
Yeah, I think I would have left the Sansan out there knowing that he doesn't have the economy to res that for at least 2 turns.
I spend all my cash trashing his assets here. And I draw up at the end.
I think that's a good idea. Definitely get rid of that pad campaign. He's only getting 2 credits a turn this way.
Agreed.
That Lotus Field, that's a tough spot.
He is playing a poor near-Earth hub, but when a poor near-Earth hub player is rich, he is unstoppable. So
that Lotus Field is a great spot. It's hard to deal with that right now without a Gordian Blade or a Zool.
I have Gordian in this deck.
Time to go for a hunt.
Well, I'm running test runs and SMCs, but I don't seem to be finding them.
Yeah, normally I would see a second SMC out from you. I believe every time I've played this deck against you, you'll have 2 SMCs out on the table, sometimes at a time, along with something like a Deus Ex. Or...
I'm just not drawing the right cards.
Not that you need a Deus Ex against NEH,
No.
Just an example of what your rig usually looks like is a lot more cards than what you've got on the table right now.
And then I'll gain 2 credits.
Alright, so Matt picking himself up to 4 credits here.
So that's going to be enough to score out
Yeah,
any
he
of
can
his agendas except for his NAPDs, basically.
he can biotic labor and then Schiffer from Samson out an AstroScript next turn. So I have to be worried about this.
Yeah, because he'll be at 6. He'll be at 6 after those marked accounts strip off.
That's correct. So I drew twice,
Bounce off these. That's an idea.
and then I take 2 credits. I'm not sure what I have in my hand, but looks like I'm dropping a sharpshooter. I'm not expecting many destroyer subroutines out of Matt here.
Not too likely.
Sharpshooter and I can't tell.
Looks
what
like a
that
clone
is.
chip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, first click.
Yeah. So he biotics. Install his new remote, which is most certainly an agenda. Shipment,
There's a shipment.
and then installs. Or that scores an AstroScript.
And that helps get his train rolling.
He's rolling, it's 3-2, but once you have that AstroScript token out, the game starts to get hairy.
Yeah, at a 3-2 where the NEH has an AstroScript, it might as well be 4-3. You gotta.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree. So I'm deciding what to do here. I think I have a test run in my hand, so I'm not sure if I bring out a Fem or if I bring out.
If you have a test run in your hand, I would definitely test run that Gordian. But looks like.
So I'm paying 1 to test run. I'm
Yeah.
not sure what I'm looking for.
Matt calling orders again.
Oh, for Mimic.
Oh, Fem.
So I Fem the token onto the Lotus field.
So now, did you forget about the Gordian, or I guess you don't have quite the money with Gordian.
Well, Fem breaks Lotus field for 1 here now, which suffices, and it also lets me get through guard for 1.
I don't think you do. So I can get in, but I gotta trash.
I'm trying to get into HQ here, but I would have to trash Fem at the end instead of scavenge. I don't have the time. So I scavenge Fem right now. I scavenge Fem onto guard. I don't know what I'm doing there.
Now that's interesting. Guard can't be bypassed, so Fem token doesn't count there.
It also costs the same to just try. Okay, yeah, I'm realizing it here. Yeah, Matt making fun of me. Alright, so I run R&D.
You can't get through, so.
So I click for credit and then run R&D for 2 credits.
Thank you for humoring me through that. No problem.
See nothing. But I have Fem out now, which allows me to get into HQ,
Alright, I will draw a card.
assuming Matt doesn't trash that ice.
That's not really worth it.
Yeah, I think that would be the play for Matt, as long as he got some ice in his hand that is also a code gate.
Yeah, I'll do it for plus $2.
So that was a sweeps week.
For 2 credits. I only have 3 cards in my hand here.
Well, I guess he's desperate for money NEH, but like you said, he can score without having money in his pool, so.
He does trash that ice. This,
Good call.
and he loads up a marked accounts.
Alright. 3 clicks and a go.
I need to see something fast here, or Matt has this game. I need to get into HQ.
Click 1 draw, I think costs you your ability to run this turn. No? Okay. You don't. Oh, yeah, you prepaid.
Dirty laundering on Jackson was just a stupid play because he could pop Jackson and kill the dirty laundry. He does not. Alright, so I trash Jackson.
I needed to keep drawing cards. I've seen 1 freaking agenda this game.
1 freaking agenda, he says. Only seen 1 agenda.
Oh, I couldn't trash it. I didn't have the cash, so I'm indexing here. Another mistake with the Jackson out, and the index is not really going to help me much.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Something I've learned definitely using those indexing is always run the Jackson or archives, at least get them to use the Jackson before doubling up on an R&D run.
I think it doesn't matter. I didn't see anything in the index anyway, if I remember correctly.
And you do finally run that archives, so.
Wasting 2 credits on the index to break in. That's not the way to beat Near Earth Hub. I hear Nick talking about your stomp of him here.
Yes, this will not be aired. The 2-turn game of Netrunner.
Alright, so Matt is shuffling his.
Normally, 2-turn game of Netrunners is a turn for the corp and you get scorched or something along those lines, but that was a 2-turn runner win. 7 points worth of agendas.
Matt drips, draws. He installs a new server. I'm only assuming it's an agenda here. Yeah.
Okay.
He advances twice and scores. Is it a Beale or an Astro? It's an AstroScript.
Astro. Maintain the train.
And this is really good for Matt. That gives him 4 points here.
So 4-3 might as well be 6-3 at this stage.
Yes.
So we're going to probably see. You have a Project Beale scored. Is that what you stole?
NAPD and
a
breaking news.
Breaking news, right. Yeah,
Alright, so I run, and that's a quandary. That is not what I want to see. I want to see an expensive piece of ice there. And then I Maker's Eye.
That's a good call here.
I see nothing.
Thanks.
Alright. So on my third click, I click for credit, and I skip a click here. That's not another bad way to beat Near Earth Hub.
Yeah.
And Matt had the next AstroScript in his hand.
But Matt did also forget to gain the credit there from the pop-up window as well. So you both missing something that turn.
Alright, so Matt's sitting at 6. It's 6-3. He has an Astro token. He has the cash to put out a Beale and win. Matt's trying to goad me into conceding the game here.
That's one of the greatest things about playing against Matt is he tends to troll the entire game, win or lose, and he's just fun to play against that way.
I need cards and credits here, so I draw twice, and then I take 2. There's the Beale right there. Game over.
Oh, that was a pretty interesting. You had a good start, but not seeing those code gate breakers. Oh, you had it in your hand.
Yeah, you cannot make the mistakes I made against Near Earth Hub.
Well, thanks everybody for watching. If you stick around after the credits for the second, a little bit quicker game of this match. Actually, it's quite a bit quicker. If you don't want to stick around, like the video below. The deck lists are down there in the description. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Facebook. Northern Gaming Network. I'm Alex.
I'm Kevin.
And from up here at North, stay frosty. Welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. We have Matt and Kevin's second game here.
Yeah, so I've quickly installed 3 pieces of ice here, HQ, R&D, and a remote. I'm playing Custom Biotics here. This is a 4522 ID that can't include Gentucky cards.
Gentucky, great enunciation there.
Gentucky.
So, Andromeda on the left. And this is a no Plascrete Tag Me Andromeda.
I'm very happy to see this because this is a scorched cerebral, a Custom Biotics deck. Alright, so Matt Lucky finds passports. Quickly gets him at 10 credits with a great breaker and plays express delivery.
Good equity move.
Little card draw from Matt.
See an account cipher, but he didn't take it. It looks like he took something else.
It'd be a little broken for his top 5. Just like index.
I'm sure he will play Account Siphon at some point. You know Account Siphon is in an Andromeda deck, so...
Yes, chances are he drew it with his first hand and hung on to it, so that's pretty typical.
Yeah, the 9-card draw really helps. So Matt is shuffling his deck here, Account Siphon on the bottom. bad point of the 9-card draw, Matt has to discard a few. Only playing 3, and the third one to draw one, so.
Sure. I'll
There
discard
we go.
legwork and make design.
Alright, back over to me.
Alright.
So I install something into a remote server. I suspect
Double credit.
it's some sort of campaign,
Double credit.
and I click for credit twice.
I will first click.
Someday.
To gain $3.
So there's a dirty laundry on the archives there. That allows Matt to gain another 3. That brings him up to 12.
Second click.
Garrett for click 2. Very good sentry breaker.
Third click. Run the remote.
Running remote on click 3.
Here we go. What did you install down there? Let's find out.
I run a lot of big Bayreuth ice in this deck. I typically am quite rich, so that is a Victor 2.
Oh,
Are you gonna boost the trace?
I'm not boosting the tray, so
Break it.
Matt matches and
And then
bounces.
fourth click, I'll place
and then
the
security
test.
testing on click 4. So this doesn't give me enough credits to res any sort of pad or any sort of campaign unless it's pad. So I draw twice and then take 2 credits.
I'm bringing
Sets
it
me
up
at
to 4.
4. I can res Adonis.
You can res Adonis, probably some of your pieces of ice if needed.
First click, I will.
So Matt marked my archives for security and testing. This allows him to quickly gain 2 credits for a click.
He's probably going to want to fish for his Desperado at some point, because that's really his econ for this deck is the Desperado security testing combo.
Yes.
Pretty common for Andromeda right now.
Alright, so he spends those last 3 clicks running my remote, clicking through Victor. It is an Adonis campaign, which he trashes.
Cross 3, right? Okay.
Always a good idea. Keep your money down. You don't want to see you get out of control with funds.
Especially Adonis campaign, which lets me gain credits so quickly. Looks like I installed an Eve campaign there.
Yeah, might as well just fill that server right back up again. Make Matt
2 more credits.
push into it.
Security testing.
Security test right away.
3. Click 2.
Matt runs that remote again. Another Adonis campaign. So he has no cards and no credits, and this is where I see Source and
Oh,
Scorch.
right out of the hand. Yep. I like the dramatic laydown.
Oh, it's 4 meat damage.
Someone grab Matt some more
Because
cards.
what's this
'Cause-
trace on?
Plot line.
Great, awesome.
Riveting game.
Yeah, that was nice and quick. Thanks for sticking around. I'm Alex.
Well, it was.
I'm Kevin.
And like, subscribe, and follow us on Twitter and Facebook at NorthGameNet on Twitter and Northern Gaming Network on Facebook.